Imagine this. There's someone you deeply care about, someone you want to notice you, to crave your presence and your energy. Now imagine unlocking the secrets to making this person not just notice you, but actually yearn for your attention. Today we're going to reveal 5 powerful ways to make him truly crave your time and energy, and the last one is by far the most impactful, so stay with me until the end. These insights come from a deep dive into the critical analysis of red pill perspectives, flipping the narrative to empower women in the dating dynamic. Before we dive into these transformative strategies, make sure you subscribe to Red Pill Feminina, leave a like on this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. Trust me, what we're about to discuss has the potential to change how you approach relationships forever. Are you ready to elevate your game and reclaim your power? Let's begin. The power of being elusive. Think about this. Why do we value diamonds over glass? Scarcity. The more rare and elusive something is, the more we're drawn to it. This principle applies to human attraction too. Instead of making yourself constantly available, create a sense of mystery. Stop responding to messages immediately or sharing every detail of your day. Instead, focus on being a person of substance with a life that excites you. Authors like Rollo Tomassi in The Rational Male often argue that men instinctively value what they feel they've earned. If you give your attention away too freely, it loses its value. But by curating your time and selectively offering your energy, you create an aura that is both compelling and addictive. Let him wonder what's on your mind. Let him question who else might be enjoying your company. Ask yourself, are you presenting yourself as the diamond or the glass? In the comments, let me know how you think you can start making your attention feel more valuable today. The art of strategic praise. Here's a surprising fact. Men are just as emotionally driven as women, but they often suppress it due to societal expectations. However, when you acknowledge their efforts or strengths in a genuine way, you become a rare voice of affirmation in their lives. Studies in behavioral psychology show that people naturally gravitate toward those who make them feel good about themselves. But here's the twist. Overpraising can backfire. Instead, focus on subtle, specific compliments. For instance, instead of saying, "You're so smart," try, "I loved how you handled that challenge at work. It was inspiring to watch." Notice the difference? You're not just complimenting. You're tying it to a moment that validates his sense of purpose. A critique of red pill ideology reveals an important insight. While some advice suggests women use praise manipulatively, the deeper truth is that sincere recognition of effort can build authentic connection. What's a quality in someone you care about that you've been meaning to acknowledge? Share it below. It's a simple practice that could lead to big changes. Embrace emotional reciprocity. Here's something counterintuitive. Being vulnerable, when done right, can create an irresistible emotional bond. Picture this. You're with someone, and they share something deeply personal. It makes you feel trusted, important. Now imagine flipping that dynamic. Authors like Esther Perel emphasize that vulnerability, when balanced with self-respect, draws people in. It shows strength, not weakness. Instead of bottling up your feelings or trying to play it cool, find moments where you can share pieces of your authentic self, your dreams, fears, and passions. This isn't about oversharing. It's about connecting on a deeper emotional level. Red pill critiques often highlight that emotional availability can be exploited, but the key is balance. You're showing enough to invite connection while maintaining boundaries that protect your dignity and independence. How do you balance being open with protecting your emotional energy? Reflect on that as we move forward. Mastering the push-pull dynamic. Ever noticed how tension can heighten attraction? It's a phenomenon explored in countless psychological studies. The push-pull dynamic, where you alternate between showing interest and pulling back slightly, creates a sense of intrigue that keeps people on their toes. Think of it like this. If you're always chasing, the other person feels no urgency to reciprocate, but if you occasionally step back, you give them space to lean in. For example, if he reaches out, take a moment before responding. Or, after spending a wonderful evening together, take a day for yourself before suggesting plans again. Red pill perspectives often emphasize the importance of maintaining power dynamics, but the critical takeaway here isn't about control. It's about creating mutual respect and curiosity. How can you introduce a little more push-pull into your interactions? Try it and observe the results. It might surprise you. The magnetic power of self-focus. Now, here's the most important principle of all. Be the sun of your own universe. Too often, people lose themselves in relationships, but the truth is, nothing is more attractive than someone who is passionate about their own life. Whether it's your career, hobbies, or personal growth, pour your energy into becoming the best version of yourself. One of the most common red pill critiques of traditional dating advice is the notion that women should mold themselves to fit a man's desires. But here's the counterpoint. When you focus on your own fulfillment, you become the kind of person others are naturally drawn to. Your confidence, independence, and joy create a magnetic field that's impossible to ignore. Think about this. When was the last time you prioritized your own passions and dreams? How can you start making yourself your top priority today? If you've watched this far, share your thoughts in the comments and tell us one way you'll invest in yourself this week. This wraps up the first part of our discussion. Let me know if you'd like me to continue to the next section, where we'll explore even deeper strategies to amplify your presence and make him crave your attention on an entirely new level. Thank you. Let's dive deeper into the next set of strategies to truly make him yearn for your attention. Get ready. What's coming next will completely shift the way you approach relationships. The irresistible appeal of playful confidence. Confidence is magnetic. It's one of the most attractive qualities you can possess. But when you combine confidence with a touch of playfulness, you become unforgettable. Think about the kind of energy that draws people in. It's not just someone who's self-assured, but someone who can also laugh at themselves, tease in a fun way, and bring lightheartedness into any situation. Men, as analyzed in works like The Mystery Method, often talk about how a woman with playful confidence stands out in their minds. This doesn't mean being overly sarcastic or disingenuous. Instead, it's about knowing your worth and having the courage to playfully challenge him. For example, if he tries to impress you, respond with something cheeky like, "Is that the best you've got?" Playfulness keeps the dynamic light, exciting, and full of chemistry. Now think about this. Are you showing up as someone who exudes this type of energy, or do you find yourself playing it safe? Reflect on how you can infuse more playfulness into your interactions, and watch how it shifts the tone. The subtle art of exclusivity. People crave what feels special and unattainable. One way to cultivate this is by mastering the art of exclusivity, not in the sense of shutting others out, but by making him feel like he has a privileged place in your world. Authors like Mark Manson and models emphasize that true attraction thrives on authenticity and selectivity. Don't hesitate to let him know, subtly, that your time and energy are not freely available to everyone. For instance, if he asks about your day, share something meaningful you did or learned, but keep certain details to yourself. This keeps him intrigued and wanting more. Here's a critical red pill takeaway. While the ideology sometimes suggests exclusivity as a means to control, we're flipping this to focus on empowering yourself. Being selective with your time, energy, and emotions isn't about withholding. It's about valuing yourself. How can you start showing that your attention is a privilege, not a given? Creating shared experiences. Human connection is built through shared experiences. Think back to some of the most memorable moments in your life. They probably involve doing something meaningful with another person. This is because shared experiences build a sense of intimacy and partnership. But here's the key. Don't wait for him to create those moments. Take the initiative to plan something unique. It could be as simple as inviting him to try a new hobby with you, like cooking a recipe from a culture you both admire, or as adventurous as exploring a hiking trail together. The goal is to create moments he'll associate with you, memories that leave an emotional imprint. In The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman, the idea of quality time is highlighted as a cornerstone of connection. When you invest in meaningful experiences, you're creating a bond that goes deeper than surface-level attraction. What's one memorable activity you could invite him to share with you? Let us know in the comments below. Understanding the power of detachment. Here's a paradox. Sometimes the more you hold on, the more someone pulls away. But when you learn the art of detachment, of maintaining your own sense of independence, you naturally draw people closer. This concept aligns with critical red pill analyses that discuss how men are often drawn to women who seem self-sufficient and secure. But instead of using detachment as a form of manipulation, use it as a way to prioritize your own growth and happiness. Show him that your life is full and complete, with or without his constant attention. For example, if he cancels plans last minute, don't let it derail your day. Use that time to do something fulfilling for yourself. This not only shows emotional maturity, but also makes you even more desirable because you're demonstrating self-respect. Ask yourself this: are you holding on too tightly to outcomes, or are you embracing the freedom that comes with detachment? Share your thoughts below. It's a powerful mindset shift. Earning respect through boundaries. The final strategy in this section is one of the most transformative: setting and maintaining clear boundaries. Boundaries aren't about creating distance, they're about defining respect. When you establish what is and isn't acceptable in a relationship, you teach others how to treat you. Books like Why Men Love Bitches by Sherry Argov discuss how women who maintain strong boundaries are often seen as more desirable because they respect themselves first. If you're constantly bending over backward to accommodate someone, it can come across as insecurity. But when you stand firm in your values, it commands respect. For example, if he consistently shows up late or doesn't follow through on commitments, don't just brush it off. Address it calmly, but firmly. I value my time, and I'd appreciate if we could agree on plans we can both commit to. This isn't about being confrontational. It's about demonstrating that you're someone who expects the same level of respect you give to others. Here's a question for you. What's one boundary you've been hesitant to set, and how would your life improve if you established it? Let us know. It's an important conversation we should all be having. If you've stayed with me this far, you're already taking the first steps toward transforming your relationships. Let me know if I should continue with the next part, where we'll uncover even deeper insights into how to make him crave your attention in ways he never has before. Let's keep the momentum going. We're about to unlock even more powerful ways to make him crave your attention, taking things to a whole new level. Get ready to shift your mindset and refine your approach. What comes next will challenge you to think differently about relationships and attraction. The energy of feminine magnetism. Imagine walking into a room and turning heads, not because of how you look, but because of the energy you exude. That's the power of feminine magnetism. It's about embracing your authentic self and radiating confidence, warmth, and grace. This isn't something you can fake. It comes from within, from truly valuing yourself and living in alignment with your purpose. Authors like Dr. Pat Allen in Getting to I Do highlight the importance of balancing feminine energy in relationships. This doesn't mean conforming to outdated gender roles. It means tapping into qualities like empathy, creativity, and emotional intelligence to create a dynamic that draws people to you naturally. For example, instead of trying to dominate or control situations, lean into your ability to inspire and connect. Use your voice to uplift and encourage. Show vulnerability without losing your strength. Feminine magnetism isn't about being passive. It's about being powerfully self-aware and captivating. Think about it. How are you currently using your energy to draw others closer? The role of challenge in attraction. Let's face it, people don't value what comes too easily. One of the most effective ways to make him crave your attention is by introducing a sense of challenge. This doesn't mean playing games or being manipulative. It means setting high standards and expecting him to meet them. In The Rational Male, Rollo Tomassi argues that men thrive on challenge, especially in relationships. When you present yourself as someone with high expectations, you inspire effort and commitment. For instance, don't hesitate to articulate what you need in a relationship, whether it's consistency, honesty, or emotional availability. Make it clear that you won't settle for less, not out of arrogance, but because you genuinely value yourself. A critical takeaway from Red Pill analysis is that many women underestimate the power of their standards. Remember, it's not about making him feel inadequate. It's about encouraging him to rise to the occasion. What's one standard you'd like to uphold more consistently in your relationships? Share it in the comments. The allure of intellectual stimulation. While physical attraction often sparks interest, intellectual connection keeps it alive. If you want him to crave your attention, engage his mind. Stimulate his curiosity. Introduce him to new ideas, perspectives, and experiences that challenge the way he thinks. One of the most attractive qualities in a person is their ability to inspire growth in others. This is a concept discussed in Attached by Amir Levine and Rachel Heller, which explores how intellectual compatibility strengthens emotional bonds. Engage him in conversations that go beyond the surface, whether it's discussing a book you've read, a podcast you've enjoyed, or a goal you're working toward. The key here is to approach these discussions with genuine curiosity and enthusiasm. Avoid the temptation to dominate the conversation or prove yourself smarter. Instead, create a space where both of you can learn and grow together. How do you currently inspire the people around you? Think about that as we move forward. Investing in your physical and emotional well-being. Here's a truth that's often overlooked. Taking care of yourself, both physically and emotionally, is one of the most attractive things you can do. When you prioritize your health, happiness, and personal growth, you become a source of inspiration to those around you. Critics of red pill ideology often point out that its emphasis on physical attractiveness can be reductive. While it's true that physical appearance plays a role in attraction, the deeper truth is that it's the confidence and energy you project when you feel good about yourself that truly captivates others. So, whether it's through exercise, healthy eating, meditation, or therapy, invest in yourself, not for anyone else, but because you deserve to feel amazing in your own skin. When you radiate self-love, it's contagious. People are drawn to those who exude positivity and self-respect. What's one way you can prioritize your well-being this week? Let us know. It might inspire someone else. The power of gratitude and appreciation. Here's a little-known secret. Gratitude is incredibly attractive. When you show genuine appreciation for the people in your life, it creates a sense of connection and warmth that's hard to resist. This isn't about overdoing it or being overly complimentary. It's about noticing the little things, the efforts, the kindness, the moments of thoughtfulness, and expressing your gratitude sincerely. For example, if he does something thoughtful, don't just say, "Thanks." Instead say, "I really appreciate how you went out of your way to do that. It meant a lot to me." In The Science of Gratitude by Robert Emmons, research shows that people who practice gratitude regularly experience stronger relationships and greater emotional well-being. And here's the twist. When you show gratitude, you encourage him to reciprocate, creating a cycle of mutual appreciation. How often do you express gratitude in your relationships? If you've been holding back, start small. Notice the little things and take a moment to acknowledge them. If you're watching this far, share in the comments one thing you're grateful for today. It's a great habit to build. We've now uncovered even more transformative strategies to make him crave your attention. Let me know if you'd like me to continue to the final part, where we'll bring all of these insights together for a powerful conclusion that will leave you feeling empowered and ready to take charge of your relationships. Let's dive into the final part, where we'll bring everything together for a powerful and actionable conclusion. By the end of this section, you'll have the ultimate blueprint for making him yearn for your attention in a way that feels natural, empowering, and deeply fulfilling. The irreplaceable factor, becoming unforgettable. If you truly want someone to crave your attention, you need to make yourself unforgettable. This isn't about being perfect. It's about creating a unique presence in his life that no one else can replicate. To achieve this, focus on authenticity. Be unapologetically yourself, embracing your quirks, strengths, and even your flaws. Men are drawn to women who are real, who aren't afraid to show vulnerability and express their emotions. Brené Brown, in her groundbreaking book Daring Greatly, explains how vulnerability is the foundation of meaningful connections. Here's the secret. Being unforgettable isn't about doing grand gestures or constantly trying to prove your worth. It's about showing up consistently as someone who adds value to his life, through your energy, your kindness, and your unique perspective. Ask yourself, what makes me unforgettable? Reflect on your answer, because that's the quality that will set you apart. Understanding the role of mystery. There's a reason why mystery has always been a cornerstone of attraction. When you leave room for curiosity, you create an emotional pull that keeps him intrigued and invested. But mystery doesn't mean playing games or withholding important parts of yourself. It's about maintaining a sense of individuality and independence. In The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene, the concept of mystery is described as an essential tool for captivating others. Greene explains that when you reveal everything about yourself too quickly, you take away the excitement of discovery. Instead, let him uncover your layers over time. For example, if he asks about your past, share a meaningful story but leave some details to his imagination. Or if you're discussing your future goals, hint at an exciting project without giving away every detail. This keeps the dynamic fresh and exciting, ensuring he remains invested in getting to know you on a deeper level. Building emotional intimacy. Attraction may start with the physical, but it's emotional intimacy that creates lasting connection. If you want someone to truly crave your presence, focus on building a bond that goes beyond surface-level interactions. One of the best ways to cultivate emotional intimacy is through active listening. When he shares something, give him your full attention. Show empathy, ask thoughtful questions, and validate his feelings. This not only deepens your connection, but also shows that you value him as a person. Esther Perel, in her book Mating in Captivity, highlights how emotional intimacy is the glue that holds relationships together. She emphasizes the importance of balancing closeness with individuality, creating a relationship where both partners feel seen and supported. How are you currently fostering emotional intimacy in your relationships? Reflect on this because it's a key factor in making someone crave not just your attention, but your presence. Harnessing the power of consistency. Consistency is often overlooked, but it's one of the most powerful tools in creating desire. When you show up as someone who is reliable, trustworthy, and emotionally stable, you create a sense of safety and security that's incredibly attractive. This doesn't mean being predictable or routine. It means being consistent in your values, your actions, and your communication. If you're kind and supportive one day but distant the next, it sends mixed signals that can create confusion. Instead, aim to be someone he knows he can count on, while still maintaining your independence. In Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus by John Gray, the author emphasizes how consistency helps build trust in relationships. When your actions align with your words, it reinforces your authenticity and makes you even more desirable. Think about this. Are you showing up consistently in your relationships, or are there areas where you could improve? Share your thoughts in the comments. It's a great way to reflect and grow. The final insight: taking the lead in your own story. As we wrap up this journey, here's the most important takeaway. Making someone crave your attention starts with valuing yourself. When you prioritize your growth, your happiness, and your self-worth, you naturally become someone others are drawn to. Remember, the strategies we've discussed aren't about manipulation or playing games. They're about becoming the best version of yourself and creating a dynamic that fosters mutual respect and admiration. If there's one thing you take away from this, let it be this. You have the power to shape your relationships and attract the kind of energy you deserve. Don't settle for less than what makes you truly happy. Instead, take the lead in your own story and watch how the world responds. If you've stayed with me until now, thank you for being part of this conversation. Your time, your thoughts, and your growth matter. If this content resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe to Red Pill Feminina, leave a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. And before you go, don't miss the related videos we've lined up for you. They'll help you dive deeper into understanding attraction, relationships, and how to unlock your full potential. Click now and take the next step in your journey.